Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. I'm here with my wife.
Shannon, aka Cosmic Fate.
We're here to check out
Mandalorian Season 3 trailer!
official trailer. We had a teaser last time, right?
Did we?
We did get something. We saw the Mandalorian throne room and some other stuff. It was a teaser that we got.
Bro, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I think we got a teaser.
It was a while ago, so I don't... It was probably a teaser.
We got a teaser.
Yeah.
But at least we're getting a trailer now, so I don't want to spend...
Space Daddy's back.
Oh my god, Space Daddy. Hey, look, Pedro has been getting all the love recently. Last of Us, and now The Mandalorian.
As he should.
This is the biggest Pedro simp over here, by the way. You see her? You see her? You see this, guys? All right. Let's get into it. Ready? I don't want to spend too much time talking.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get right into it. Talk about it later as you normally do. Let's get into it now.
Our people are scattered like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for?
He's talking with the other Mandos.
Not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy.
Aww.
So cute.
That way, you'll never be lost.
Ooh. Like pretty places. Man, Grief always with the drip, man. Carl Weathers always looking fly.
Of course.
Oof.
I'm going to Mandalore. So that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
This is the way. Damn. Here we go.
There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act,
Hey.
Yeah.
Appa.
it'll
Appa.
be too late.
Oh. What the hell?
Hang
Flashback.
on, kid.
Yeah, flashback still. Ooh, look at that. Babu freaks people.
Oh.
Oh.
This is the way.
Oh. Oh. Right. Oh man. Looks like it's gonna be even better.
Of course.
Man, every season is just so fire, man.
Of course. They're not gonna let this show fail.
No.
Come on
Bro,
now.
okay, so we're seeing him with other Mandos. We don't know at what point this takes place in.
Yeah.
This could be flashbacks from when he had first joined the Creed. This could be after. But in the beginning, he's talking about how our people were scattered.
Yeah.
We're scattered. Like, who are we? What we do? What do we do? Trying to figure themselves out. So I don't know if he's still on his journey to go to Mandalore, to go to the seas underneath or whatever it's called, to see if he can be forgiven for his transgressions, as he said in the trailer.
Right.
I don't know how much of that he's going to uphold, because it's like, we did get the introduction of Bo-Katan and, you know, her people saying like, hey, real Mandalorians, we don't do this.
Yeah.
But
like, that's just a y'all thing.
That's a y'all thing. But since he's a child of the Watch, and she recognizes him as a child of the Watch, she's like, okay, you have your own subset of cultures. It's like it's like, I don't know, it's like looking at I don't know, just think about like Earth, right? Like, I just go to a whole different planet. We have many different religions here on this planet, right? Many different religions, big ones, smaller ones, you know, little nuanced ones, specialized ones, different, all kinds of religions, plenty. And it's like, we're all human, we're all Earthlings, but we all have different belief systems. So I'm trying to view it as like that for the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like the way we live our lives isn't going to be the same as someone in Japan, for example.
right. It's not going to be entirely the same. There's going to be little differences.
Right.
Like, we all have common things we do as humans,
Right.
but everybody has little different things they do culturally, spiritually, politically, whatever. Like, just different things, period. So, but the only difference is that Din Djarin is not from Mandalore. He's not even Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Period. So it's like
He
he's
was
not
just adopted and
right. So it's like not only was he adopted into a religion, but he's like adopted into an actual creed and culture of people.
Right.
So, and in this case, I guess you might want to look at the different planets as like different countries, I guess, as like, you know, becoming a naturalized citizen, if you will.
Yeah.
Like going to, you know, Canada and becoming a Canadian citizen.
Right.
That's kind of another way you can look at it too. So it's like for him, the reason I'm bringing all these examples up and I'm saying that is because maybe, not maybe, but like from his perspective, it's like, well, this is all I have in terms of what I can be recognized as a Mandalorian.
This is all I am.
Yeah, this is all I am, and this is the only way that I can be recognized as a Mandalorian based on my religion and based on the people that raised me.
Yeah.
So it's like, you didn't raise me, you're naturally born a Mandalorian. This is the way I became a naturalized Mandalorian, if you will. So for him, it's like, I'm guessing either way, he still has to do this for his own sanity.
Yeah, it's like he wants acceptance and like to be like validated in himself, basically.
Are we?
Right. No, sorry, I was making sure. Yeah.
No, just to like, I guess, like I said, like he's kind of like be validated in himself. Like, you know, I'm not in the creed, but I still am a Mandalorian. Like, I want to be accepted and seen as a Mandalorian.
Right. Based on what his society or based on what his culture accepts.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. It's like in certain cultures, like in the Christian faith, like some parts of the Christian faith, you're not really a born again Christian unless you get baptized.
Mm-hmm.
Some versions of the Christianity is like
Well, even that's a good example, though.
yeah.
Like, there's so many different ways to view Christianity.
Yeah, Christianity, right.
So many people have different perspectives on how it should be and how it is.
Yeah, many popular religions have so many different like takes on it. Like even in Islam, there's so many different, like I've spoken to different people who have different perspectives on how they should view a certain thing or view a certain cultural thing or how it ties into the culture. Even Judaism, like some of the big three, if you think about that. Like, and then again, there's other bigger and again smaller religions where there's different nuanced things that like denominations wise, or Christians. Like I grew up in a Christian household, so I can talk more about that than I can about the others, even though I learned about other religions. But like in like Christian denominations, man, you can go to like 3 different churches in the same area, and they might have the same idea, but everybody, all 3 of those churches, gonna do something different.
Right.
The pastor gonna be different. The way how they talk is gonna be different. The culture in the church itself is gonna be different.
Just go around the country. It's
yeah, go around the country.
Like,
you're gonna see so many different people. That's like
let's say you're in New York, right? You're gonna get one thing here. You go to California, you're gonna get something completely different there.
right.
Go to Texas, you're gonna get something completely different there.
And like even in a less religious standpoint, because like a lot of you guys know that I do. Well, some of you guys know this, some of you guys don't. But I do samurai arts. I train in classical bujutsu with a clan that has a long history and family traditions that were passed on. And even in what we do, like training wise, it's different. It's slightly different within the clan itself. Like there's different senseis within our clan that approaches the same concept differently. So it's really interesting when you think about it. But to me, my samurai family is like my family. Like that's my people. Like that's that, right? And like based on how we operate, that's my family right there. But there's gonna be another samurai clan in a different part of Japan or a different part of the world that they operate differently too, based on their traditions. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting all these conversations that and similarities you can pull up just on this situation with Mando, specifically bringing it back to Star Wars now. It's like, again, with him, it's just like we're all Mandalorian. It's just, this is just my way. Mm-hmm. This is the way to me. Like, it's not Bo-Katan's way.
Right.
You know? It's not...
This is really just about him trying to find himself and, like, find out kind of what he is standing for.
Right. And we'll see if we even get to that point with Dinge, because maybe he's saying that in the beginning, and then maybe something happens along the way where he's like, you know what? Maybe I don't see it this way anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe a Mandalorian is what you make of it. Like, is it the armor or is it what I believe in or what I
Yeah.
stand for? Is what makes me Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And you can even see that with like Boba. Like he's not Mandalorian. He doesn't claim to be Mandalorian.
Yeah, he just has, Mandalorian armor.
But he has Mandalorian armor, and the way how Django got it, his dad, how Django got the armor was through legitimate means.
Right.
Like his dad, like didn't steal it from somebody. Like his armor was given to him,
Right.
and it was passed down. So he has his own line of things because the Mandalorian, the armor is their importance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, can Boba call himself a Mandalorian? He doesn't, but can he? He has a line of armor that was passed down in his family.
Yeah.
If you think about
as a technicality, he could call himself a Mandalorian. If, his dad got it through legitimate means.
Right.
It wasn't like he, killed a Mandalorian and stole it off of him.
Right. And it's not like his dad identified as a Mandalorian either. He was a bounty hunter. He was a
Yeah.
mercenary. Like Django was a mercenary. It wasn't anything crazy.
I mean,
But,
Django
like-
could have even identified as a Mandalorian.
Was that?
Django could have identified himself as a Mandalorian.
Yeah, he could have. He could have. So I mean, it depends on, because to Din Djarin and them is like, my armor means I'm a Mandalorian. I have this armor and I wear this armor because I am a Mandalorian, and only Mandalorians can wear this armor, which is why he goes on this quest sometimes every now and again. When he runs up on Beskar, he tries to get it back.
Right.
Because he's like, okay, this Beskar belongs to the Mandalorians. Give it back.
Mhm.
It's like a side quest to him. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
doing my main mission, and then like,
This is my duty as a Mandalorian.
right, it's my duty as a Mandalorian. If I come across some Beskar, I'm taking it back.
Right.
Because every Beskar that he's come across, he's taking it for himself, some for himself, and then he gave the rest to foundlings.
Mm-hmm.
Even like when he fought the spear lady, I keep forgetting, in Admiral Thrawn's the student or whatever. Right.
Stuff to come back.
Admiral Thrawn's student, even when he was teaching her, even when he was fighting her and he met her, he's like, okay, this is Beskar. I need to get this back. Like, this needs to be with me.
This doesn't belong to you.
All right. So it's like, yeah. So it's really interesting to see how, we're gonna tap more into the. I only brought up the religious conversation. I know, like, religion is a very touchy subject for people, but I only brought it up simply because this Mando's religion is a religion. Like, that's his religion. Like, he literally says in Mando season 2.5 that
I'm sure you can roll up in some churches and they'll be like, this is the way.
Oh my god. Probably, and I'll be weirded out. But that's neither here nor there. Like, Mando has said, like, weapons, it's part of my religion.
Yeah.
Like, he said that many times. This is part of my religion.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take my helmet off. I can't give you my weapons. It's part of my religion.
Yeah.
So it is a religion to him. It is. So but anyways, I can't wait for season 3. It's gonna be deep. I really hope they do tackle those religious conflictions within.
Yeah, it
Mando.
definitely seems like that's what they're doing. So.
Right. Well, even the throne of Mandalore too.
Mm-hmm.
We have to see what happens with that. We know, because we don't know what happens to Bo-Katan after Rebels minus this. This gives us the answers to what happened to her, like Mando season 2. But beyond this, we have no idea what really happened to her.
Yeah.
Does she reclaim the throne of Mandalore? Because there was no mention of Mandalore in the sequel trilogy at all.
No.
At all, like,
We didn't really have any connection like that, so.
But what I mean is that, like, do they try to rebuild Mandalore? Because the planet, as far as I remember, wasn't necessarily destroyed. It was just abandoned and barren because everything on it was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like straight up blown up like Alderaan, unless it was, and I'm forgetting something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching our reaction to the trailer. I hope you enjoyed our little conversation at the end.
Our full reactions to this will be on Patreon.
Yes, our full reactions to this will be on Patreon.
Everything else we're doing, so check that out.
Yes. But yeah, anything else you want to say? Or?
No, that's it.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one, Clockmaster and
Cosmic Banks.